name?
My name is Optimus Prime.
Well, you already read the title of the video, so let's get into it. Does anyone remember when the first Extraction movie came out, and then a lot of people started saying, you know, Chris Hemsworth plays that Tyler Rake character really well. Sure would be great if he was Duke in a G.I. Joe movie. Well,
Bridge Farm remembers.
Let's take a look at the article. Okay, here we have an article from Deadline, written by Anthony D'Alessandro, and the link to the article will be in the description of the video, because once again, yeah, I credit people and don't just take their content. All right, Chris Hemsworth in talks to star in Paramount's Transformers G.I. Joe crossover movie. Exclusive. Chris Hemsworth is in talks to star in Paramount Pictures' untitled Transformers G.I. Joe crossover movie, Deadline has learned, based on the line of Hasbro toys. Upon finaling, why are all these articles like they're written by second graders these days? It's got to be AI or something, or someone's just lazy. Where's your editor? Anyway, upon finalizing the deal, this will put the Melrose Ave lot back in business with Hemsworth, who is already starring in Paramount Animation and Hasbro's Transformers 1. That's right, he is. Which hits theaters September 20th, 2024. So he's already in place to be negotiating this stuff. He's in a good spot. That movie was one of the highest tested Paramount Animation titles ever. The seeds were planted for a crossover movie between the two mega 80s Hasbro brands in the epilogue again with the stupid typos. The seeds were planted for a crossover movie between the two mega 1980s Hasbro brands during, how about during? We're just going to say during the epilogue of Transformers Rise of the Beasts last summer. A sequel which revived the robots in disguise on the big screen with 439 million, more than Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny's 384 million. In fact, G.I. Joe and Transformers intermingled in famed Marvel comic books back in the 1980s. Yep. What's clear here that's not the correct spelling of the word here. Oh, yeah. Okay. What's clear and evident following Paramount's CinemaCon presentation, in which they showed the logo for the Transformer Joe crossover movie, is that despite all the noisy talks of a merger, whether the groom is Skydance or Sony Apollo Pictures, the studio is relentless about mining its coffers for big screen IP, intellectual property. The Transformers and G.I. Joe movies combined have grossed a lifetime total of $6 billion at the global box office. Sounds awesome, but that's mostly the giant talking robots.
Now back to G.I. Joe.
So there's not a lot to really go off of in that article, but it does say that Hemsworth is in talks to star in the movie. A lot of people wanted Hemsworth to be Duke after they saw his portrayal of Tyler Rake in the first Extraction movie, and then that noise just got louder after Extraction 2. But I could kind of see him playing Colonel Hawk, especially if you want these movies to have a little longevity. Sure, you know, Duke's the first sergeant. He's kind of always around. He's the first sergeant, not a captain. He's always around, but if you made Hemsworth Colonel Hawk was still a field commander. He's about the right age for Colonel Hawk. I think that could work, but I wouldn't complain if they cast him as Duke either, because if anyone remembers, Chris Hemsworth auditioned to play Duke in G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra. Before that role went to Channing Tatum.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So that's a thing too. It's kind of all intertwined going all the way back to Rise of Cobra. But I want to know what you think. Are you excited about the possibility of Chris Hemsworth starring in a G.I. Joe Transformer crossover movie? Are you not? Me personally, I could get behind that. But anyway, leave a comment below. Let's talk some Joe and have an awesome day.